Welcome to In This Season podcast, where we unpack the most empowering conversations, have exclusive and inspirational interviews, and host special events. Join Tammy, some call her Butterfly, and explore life's purpose by learning how to embrace each season of your life with confidence, strength, and purpose. Whether you're blooming in the spring, or shining in the summer, or embracing change in the fall, or gracefully hibernating in the winter, get ready to be inspired. Join us right here on this season of In This Season podcast with your host, The Butterfly. It's time, no matter what season it is.
Good morning, beautiful people. Let's bring it on in. We need to dance to this beat. As you come in, let me know you're at the barbecue. Daily motivations for African American success. All right, I'll say good morning. I see you coming in. Come on, start feeding the ducks. And if you don't know what that means, you just have to come back or stay with us. I'm sharing the link to people that I forgot to share with who asked for it. All right, who's rocking with us? There we go. We got a comment. Who's feeding the ducks today? I knew it. Miss Brenda Davis. Great everything, everyone. She says, happy Wednesday. Feeding the ducks this morning. All right, Miss Brenda, you got to go in and get it if you want it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, y'all. Let's get this barbecue started. Let's see. Auntie Richetta, all the way from the big ATL, says, good morning, Butterfly and nephew and everyone. So thank you guys for rocking with us. Let's get this baby started. Why are we here? What are we doing? Daily motivations for African American success. We're journaling through Dennis Kimbro's book. That is Daily Motivations for African American Success. And while it does say for African American success, every now and then we do need to disclose that this is not just about one people, right? Black African Americans. Because as he says here, if there's anything that's going to reverse the fortunes of race, it is character. So we can't just build character with only one race. Our culture does need it, right? Because we have our thoughts and our deeds have kind of been what's the word? I think about the Making of a Slave documentary. Kind of presented. We've been taught how to think, right? Actions have been controlled, right? Had a trickling down effect on us, how we see ourselves, what we think, So this is not just about African Americans, but it is daily motivations for African Americans because again, we started from a different place, right? Our ancestors started from a different place, different state of mind, a different freedom or lack thereof. So, daily motivations for African American success. Get this up. Will help you focus on the thoughts, attitudes, and deeds that will lead you to the achievement of your true goals. In 365 short but powerful motivations, one for each day of the year, Dennis Kimbro, who is also the author of the popular Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, leads us to discover how to use the present moment and our own gifts to transcend labels. It's one of those things that I was talking about, to transcend labels, cultivate a positive attitude, become wise enough to know when to say yes and when to say no, and when to look inward for answers to life's challenges. I want to stop there this morning as I was speaking. Become wise enough to know when to say yes and when to say no. There was a time where our people did not have a choice. They had to fight for that yes, fight for that no. right? And didn't know that there was answers inside of them because they weren't seen as valuable, right? Not seen as human beings, right? So this is why we come here, and this is what that book means. Each motivation begins with words of wisdom from such distinguished and celebrated African Americans, such as Malcolm X, Marion Wright Elderman, Whoopi Goldberg, Charlene Hunter Gout, Bill Cosby, Carl Rowan, and hundreds of others. This treasure trove of practical inspiration will give you fresh encouragement every day of the year, but what it teaches you will last a lifetime. So, that was a good one. I felt that a little different this morning. So thank God for that. Big Mike says, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Mike. Let's get ready to rock on in. I didn't hear from anybody about the goals, the thing. So y'all, I'm not gonna keep going with that. I'm not going to continue to put anything out there. And I'm not gonna schedule a show outside of this one. So I'm kind of over that one. So let's get this one. Comments. Let's get our banners out and we will get this baby started. Our title is The Door is Unlocked. The door is unlocked. So, every new idea is an impossibility until it is born. Every new idea is an impossibility until it is born. That is a quote by Ron Brown, who is Secretary of the U.S. Department, or was Secretary of the U.S. Department of Commerce. And our passage reads, nothing is impossible. Nothing is beyond your reach unless you allow a barrier to stand between yourself and your dreams. The bricks of such a menacing wall are forged with thoughts of doubt and I can't. Let me read that one again. The bricks of such a menacing wall are forged with thoughts of doubt and I can't. Impossible is a concept that exists only in the mortal mind. Right? In the mortal mind, you guys. It is not a part of the world formed by our Creator. His word is one of endless possibilities. If we perceive a dead end to our potential, we have wandered into a perilous room of illusions. Never agree that limitation is real. Never agree, and I will say accept that limitation is real. For example, engineers analyzed the bumblebee, and upon review of its wings, size, weight, mass, and strength, came to the conclusion that flight is impossible for such a creature. Y'all, I'm going to read that again. Y'all listen to this, right? For example, engineers analyzed the bumblebee, and upon review of its wings, its size, its weight, its mass, and strength, came to the conclusion that the flight is impossible for such a creature. The structure and shape of the bee's wings, scientists tell us, cannot support its body. Thank God no one told the bumblebee. We must turn our minds in the direction of possibility thinking, to see the potential rather than the problem is all important. All important. To see the potential rather than the problem is I'm sorry, y'all, this book is crazy here. Is all important difference between those who ride the crest of life and those who flounder in the ways. So for those who ride the crest of life or for those who flounder in the ways. The great question is, do you want the problem or do you want the solution? The door to all the power is in the universe of the mind. When asked, where lies the key to the universe? A guru answered, I have good news and I have bad news. The bad news is there is no key to the universe. The good news is that the door has never been locked. Your vision is the key that opens the door to your destiny. Success is your birthright. That needs to be our affirmation right there. Success is your birthright, but that is not the affirmation. The affirmation is the most important ingredient of success is belief in yourself. The most important ingredient of success is belief in yourself. Well, let's break this one down. The door is unlocked, y'all. The door is unlocked. How many times do we talk about ourselves, or you heard on this show? God will get us to a door. We'll pray for a door to open. God will get us there, and we will get there, and fear will take over. We won't walk through the door, right? We won't even turn the knob to see if it's unlocked. Because in our mind, right, someone has told us, unlike this bumblebee, someone has told us, as I mentioned, we come from a place of not being seen as humans, right? Not having the opportunity to say yes or no, right? And so you've bought into that because truth be told, some people have been told that and they didn't buy into it. It says, thank God that no one told the bumblebee that the way that his body, his wings, the size, the strength was constructed or is constructed, the bumblebee should not be able to take flight, right? Imagine if someone had told them. Imagine if the bumblebee knew how many of them would be like humans and accept that as being impossible, that they're limited in that potential to live. But it says impossibility is a concept that exists only in a mortal mind. It is not part of the world formed by our Creator, who created us with purpose, with the mindset of greatness, of possibilities. Why? Because our strength, as we talked about yesterday, our strength, our help, right, comes from God. Head to the hills where your help come from. But see, some of us, we get stuck, you guys. We get stuck in impossibilities. God will plant seeds in you and ideas. Every new idea is an impossibility until it is born, right? The baby, think about a baby. A baby has to be born. But before it's the baby, he or she is born, it is still alive inside. There's a time, a designated time for the baby to be born, right? And then the baby can thrive in this world, live. He or she grows, right? So there's a baby inside of you. There's an idea with no vision or no faith, no hope, no sense of this is possible. Think about the things that we have access to today. That was an idea for someone. It was an idea. Look at my cup. Before we just had cups. Someone had an idea, you know what? I'm going to put something on that cup. And here I am drinking from Tammy with a butterfly on it. Right? An idea that we have bought into. So what makes you think someone is not waiting for your idea to be born? And why aren't you waiting for it with the expectation? Why aren't you working for it? Right? No one sent a message about the goals, the purpose, taking that 30 minutes to contemplate. Or your number one fear. Did you do it? If you did it, that's fine. Drop a note. Drop a note if you did it and say, hey, yeah, I got mine. I'm working on it. Right? So, and I ain't mad at you like the song says, but I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to keep doing. Because y'all, that takes away from what I need to do. Right? I could be sitting down working on my own, perfecting it even the more, adding to it. Right? There's a lot. So it's about what do you want? And not even, it's more important than that. What are you going to work? What are you going to do for the things that you want? What are you going to do for it? Because you could, we had one say, talking ain't the problem. We got a lot of people talk about it. But we need some people to get up and do something about it, whatever it is to you. Because your idea is impossible. Impossible if it's only an idea. So you can get all booted up and suited up and excited about it. It will be what it will be unless you do something about it. But if you're saying, I can't, right? If you think that it says nothing is beyond your reach unless you allow the barrier to stand between yourself and your dreams. What is your barrier? Is it a lack of faith, a lack of action? Is it the fact that you may think you don't have the potential or the wits to birth your baby, your idea, right? The most important ingredient of success is belief in yourself. And this is where the pedal hits the metal. Truth be told, just like we say, oh, I love me. But if you assess your life, right, the way you treat yourself, the way you allow others to treat you, your thoughts, your actions, your deeds will tell you if you truly, truly love yourself. And truth be told, I would say about 75%, maybe, and I'm probably being generous there, right? 75% of people don't love themselves. They're not in love with who God created them to be. And so your baby will never be born. And if by chance it just kind of slips up, right? And it comes before its time, it will not grow. It will not manifest, right? It will not manifest in your life. And that's another thing that is happening within us. If we perceive a dead end to our potential, we have wandered into a perilous room of illusions. Never agree that limitation is real. You're not limited. Maybe you're just in the wrong area. Maybe you're standing at a door that God has opened for you. I remember saying that God will get us through doors. He will pick us up sometimes and take us in there, right? And sometimes before people recognize or ask the question, how? How did he get in here? How did she get in here? God will open doors for us, you guys. But I'm going back to where it really starts. Abide in him. If you abide in me, I will abide in you. If you will be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you will know my perfect will for you, right? Wanting nothing, entire. And when you know God's perfect will for you, lacking nothing, faithful, fearless, believing that God will do just what he promised you he will do. Your steps are ordered. Your ideas are birthed. That is, if you put the work in it. Because faith without works is what? Dead. So let's not be dead. Let's not lack in the vision of our potential. Let's see it as possible, right? Are you possible? Y'all, again, think of how many things that seemed just impossible. We have TV, microwave, right? We can go anywhere and have Wi-Fi, right? We have stoves that are different, right? Self-cleaning stoves. Think about that. An idea that someone birthed. Why do you think you're not capable of that? And I ask the question because I know, again, all of us, me included, God will give me an idea. Sometimes I've seen the idea later. Why? Because I didn't act on it. And a lot too, because I just didn't see it happening. It's like, right? I was caught up in the sense of impossibilities. But again, KFC, churches, Popeyes. Who else do we have? Now we got the chicken places are competing with the gas station, which has good chicken, by the way, right? And they're all thriving. They're all thriving. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'm going to make this one quick and simple and just tell you, it says the door is unlocked. It's unlocked. The doors that are for you, they are unlocked. I also believe God will lock some doors for us. For us. But I also believe that we will go back and find the key or break in it to get back in it because we've become comfortable in impossible rather than possibility. Knowing why you were created and who you were created by. And what does that mean? Not to me, but to you. What does that mean? All right. So y'all, the door is unlocked. What will you do? Are you there? Are you on your way to the door? Your true goals, your door. Are you on the way there? Are you at a staycation in the wrong location? That's a question you need to answer for yourself. Right? Now, before I go, would you guys, for our regulars, not my regulars, for our regulars, would you guys like to do a catch-up show tonight? Or, I was going to say I could do it a little bit, do one earlier in the morning, but I think I like the night better, this evening, not so late. So can you guys drop a comment in that, for our regulars, or if you're here and what we're saying about the catch-up. So I had to miss Saturday. I was traveling and the network just didn't work for me as it should. Big Mike, Miss Brenda mentioned a catch-up show. I'm totally fine with that. But if I put it out there, y'all got to be out there, right? So let me know. Coffee's cold. Okay. So Miss Brenda says I'm good with the show tonight. What time? I would say about 6. About 6. Does that work for you guys? If so, I'll just put it out there. And we'll move forward to the next one. And that'll catch us up, get us back on our days. So I'll say 6. And what I could do is just do it, put it out there, and you guys can catch it. You can catch it, at a time that works best for you. But would 6 is fine. Okay. So you guys, I'll set it up and we will get caught up tonight and then, start fresh and move forward. But I just need y'all to know that the door is unlocked. Our doors are unlocked. God did not create us to be mediocre, to be fearless, without hope. He did not create us for that. You know, I've just been thinking about God's power and how we lack the knowledge of the power. And when we lack the knowledge, then you will lack in the performance, right? You won't even operate to your full potential in anything. 'Cause what we say, how you do anything is how you will do everything. Even if it just shows up a little bit in your life, it's there. It's there. So I'll say to you guys, one of the first things you ought to do is just start seeking God's face more. Because the more you seek God, see, we're seeking a world and the things of this world. We want to be all booed up, we want to be all suited up, guyed up, girl up, right? But what are we doing with it? Do we see the fruits of it? Is your relationship with yourself and others producing fruit? Is your light, number one, is it shining? And if it is it shining light on someone else's darkness, giving them some hope? Or are we just getting up, doing the same thing every day, not growing, not showing up at our unlocked doors? Because the doors that God has unlocked for you is not just for you. It is to build his kingdom. And in building you is building his kingdom. Right? Because I believe, y'all, God's perfect will for us is to live in love. To live and thrive in unconditional agape love. Right? And if you give people a little bit of what they need, it's all that they will need. But on the flip side of that, God has given you everything you need. You just won't birth it. You will not show up at that door and have that baby. You will not go to wherever you go to have your babies. Because some people choose the hospital. Some people do it like Brandon and the babies do it from home. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. So the doors are unlocked. You guys are, quote, every new idea is an impossibility until it is born. Have your babies today. Have your babies. Don't just have one. Bring them all out, right? Birth those new ideas. Have faith in yourself. Our affirmation, the most important ingredient of success, is the belief in yourself. Do you believe in you? Do you know who you are? Do you have the faith of a mustard seed that you will be successful and that you have the most important ingredient, which is the belief in yourself? I will get the show set up for this afternoon. 6:00 will be good for me, and we'll get that baby going. And you all, I would, maybe Miss Brenda, I don't know what kind of time you have. I do need some help on getting us together. Let's find a place. We've been talking about that too long. It's just an idea. an impossible idea because we've not birthed it. And that's what I mean. Maybe the time I've been spending searching, posting extra stuff here and there that I don't even know if people read. Could be spending the time on getting us together. But if I get us together, will enough of us come and get it? I'll be fine with the one right person. The one person who is at the door and who knows it's unlocked. And if it's not, he's gonna find that key, right? He's gonna find the key or break in to get through because he knows that he or she knows that is his or her door. And I'm getting in. I'm getting in. I'm getting in, right? So let's think about that. A time that we can go out, fellowship. We can go to a park, make it simple. I know eating out is not really my thing anymore. It's not worth it. So, but I'll go. I do have some favorite places that are consistent in what they do, right? To me, it's just, I don't know. It's choosing my battles because why go because I'm not going to pay for food that I don't enjoy or like. So I feel like I'm just by not going and cooking at home is better for me. Or we can come here and have a barbecue, right? I'll invite y'all out and we'll do it that way. And I know your food will be good then. So Miss Brenda, you up for kind of helping me put that together? Let me know. Or anybody that has some extra time that could help me. And I don't mean you have to do it all yourself. Just help me through the process of doing it, right? And if anybody is away and you'd like to come, doesn't live in our area and you've been listening and you'd like to come, send me a message. You want to make sure that we get you included on the itinerary as well. All right. So y'all go, be great. But before we go, y'all know we got to take it out like we bought it in. I'll ask, is pimping wearing you or you wearing the pimping? Is your idea wearing you or you wearing your idea, right? Because if you're wearing it, then you see it as a possibility, right? You have a vision for it. Your potential is I don't know, you broke the glass ceiling. That was one of our topics. And now you're reaching for, wow, the sun, the stars, the moon. You're reaching for it all because you have it all. So don't let your past be your now. Because if it is your now, your past thinking, your past impossibilities, if it's your now, it will be your tomorrow. Right? So y'all be great. Let's groove it on out. We grooved in, and if you didn't groove in, you got to do some extra groove. See you tonight at 6 o'clock as we catch up and move forward in this life of transformation that hopefully all of us are doing and putting the time in. So y'all go feed those ducks today. Life wearing you? Are you wearing life? Are you abiding in God so that He will abide in you? Right? And if you don't do anything today, spend some time with your Creator. That's the best part of feeding the ducks. And that's the one sure thing that will help you become or be the change that you really want to see in this world, in you, and in others. So y'all be great.